Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Friends, Facts, and Fiction. As always, this podcast is made possible by our local convenience stores, the misappropriation of history, and you. And now to your hosts, Justin Hammonds, Brant Bramlett, and Drew Shellnut.
What's up? What's happening, world? It's a podcast called Friends, Facts, and Fiction. And we back. Season 6, episode 6, Abe Lincoln's Ransom. Juicy facts, juicy facts. Anyway, I'm Justin Hammonds. I'm looking at my boy Drew Shellnut.
I got a weird booger.
And my guy, Grant Bramlett.
Do you need to deal with that? No, I'm just going to let that play out through the podcast.
All right, cool. That's just a bit for the whole episode. All right.
Is it one of those that's like wiggling around when you're breathing?
Like your
I hate
uvula?
those.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Yeah, you gotta get in there, man.
They're like partially attached. I'm not going to lie. I pick my nose. I don't care. I don't care your nose up.
Yeah.
When you have to do it, you got to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of self-grooming, bro. I mean, I can't pop up and have some shit in my nose. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that shit out of there.
They're called uvulaic boogers.
Oh,
I think.
Damn. My boy is dropping facts out that gate, my boy. He dug deep in the Webster for that one.
That was dumb as hell.
I wasn't ready for that.
It's really stupid.
Yeah, but anyway, man, how we doing? How we feeling? Everybody good? Everybody peachy?
Yeah.
Feeling
My ears are
peachy
warm.
clean?
Yeah, so we're
Ears
good.
warm? Okay. That means somebody's talking about you.
Yeah, White Claw.
We need that sponsorship, bro. What's going on? I got to email these hoes. Tell them to bring us up.
Mm-hmm. And that peach.
Yeah, we can expose new White Claw flavors.
Mm-hmm.
You know they have a 0% White Claw. Like they invented the shit. Like, come on, bro.
We've got some. We've got White Claw. Yeah, we've definitely got like a 24-pack in a White Claw thing now.
Yeah,
That's just like why.
Yeah.
Just get some LaCroix.
It's non-alcoholic
White Claw.
Yeah.
Or just LaCroix.
bro. I totally sent this to you randomly.
Oh, yeah, you
during
did.
January.
That's right.
'Cause-
Yeah.
because
It's
Kayla's
just-
sober, you were
and-
sober,
and
and I
yeah.
was like,
And we had a guy come in that was like, "Oh my God, I've been looking for this everywhere. It's so good." And I'm like,
So
"Are you okay?"
Legitimately people out there that enjoy the flavor of White Claw. I guess.
I think they do a certain type of seltzer situation that's not like it's like a rice something. It's like a different base or some shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, in some ways it does make sense, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, bruh.
Yeah.
Just go get a fucking LaCroix, my boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are you down? Go get a Propel.
I wonder if this is going to end up being like, we love decades, like thinking about them. It's very, linear, divided kind of deal.
Everything in 20 years. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of like, the 80s feel distinctly different from the 90s, even though obviously it kind of bleeds into itself. But I often like to think about like what that would be. And I feel like maybe this decade, when we're looking back on it after we get through it, is going to be the decade of like making non-alcoholic things alcoholic and alcoholic things non-alcoholic.
Right.
Bro, so many innovations, dog.
And everything weed.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah, a lot of CBD
Yeah.
and THC
It
drinks
is.
out there.
It will be the decade of like weed products and hopefully mushrooms too.
I've seen a couple products, even at the gas station earlier today. I saw a mushroom vape.
Cool. Well, I mean, also,
Interesting,
like like psychotropic mushrooms,
Yeah.
just because they're massively beneficial for like mental health, if given properly in the right
Definitely.
setting.
I mean, I don't know what to think about what I saw because it was also at a gas station that was extremely reputable. So I was like, mushroom vape. And they had it with all of the THC products.
So it's supposed to be mind altering.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is
If we saw that in Colorado, I wouldn't think too much of it, or Oregon, but Tennessee, I don't know.
yeah, me don't know either. That's odd. But I do like
I got this nice fentanyl vape. It's pretty cool.
Jesus Christ. Boy.
I mean, if things keep going the way they're going, I would not be surprised if there was something that horrible in 2030.
Bro.
Well, they say you can't do it at work, but I'm fentanyl all the time now.
Just make sure you're checking your drugs out there, people. If you're doing it, be safe.
Even if you can check it, good luck.
Yeah, right. I do like that that thought there, G. I'm ruminating on that for a minute. Like, yeah, you're right. Literally, Sonic, fucking Mountain Dew,
Sunny D.
Sunny D, bro.
Oh man, why did they even
bro,
try?
Sunny D.
Louisiana's doing it now
alcohol.
too.
Capri Sun.
Yeah, Capri Sun. Yeah,
What?
Yeah, Capri Sun's doing it. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
What? Bro?
You know what
See,
it
now
is?
I'm into that. I'm into that.
it's-
See, I'm into that.
They're targeting millennials because
it's-
that's
they
the
come
shit
out
we
with the
grew up
Mondo.
on.
But hey, we're all
Oh, man.
we're the people in those positions now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So we're just having fun with it.
Right.
It's like we all are in our 30s just fuck it. See what
Remember that
sticks.
thing you loved when you were a kid and you're also a little sad and annoyed all the time?
This will bring you a little joy for about 5 minutes. There you go. All right, go back to being 30 and
Don't drink too many or you can't do anything tomorrow.
facts. You want to lose
and by
tomorrow
too
morning?
many we mean 3.
Yeah.
You want to lose tomorrow morning? Here you go. Good times, good times.
I'm still just on one hand, I'm very pleased that I'm drinking so much less than I used to.
Yeah,
On the other
moderation
hand,
is key, guys.
I'm so annoyed that just the seemingly like reasonable amount of alcohol the evening before can be horrible the next day now. You know what I mean? Like,
See, I stay right at this level where like I'm always slightly hungover after a bar shift. So, but I'm never like terribly hungover.
yeah.
So I'm like functionally hungover. I
Right.
keep that level. But I had one night. Fucking what was this? Last week or so ago. It was like I woke up the next day just like, oh my God, this is what 30s feels like. I can't lose today. Like, bro, I'm taking vitamins. I drink so much fucking electrolytes. I think I'm going to overdose on that shit. Bro, like I went to the store and got vitamins, B12 and all that shit, protein bars, fucking like everything, bro. And finally, I made it to work and I was like, cool, I think I actually feel good. And then, of course, you take a shot?
Yeah.
Every time.
Man, I don't.
Every
I
time.
don't not. You know, man.
Every time. I don't
and-
even want to. And yeah.
And then literally, I felt fine. And then the next day, I was back to slightly hungover because I think I cured my hangover with drinking again. And then
Cured
was
the
just
dog,
slightly
yeah,
hungover
for sure.
again. Yeah. But hangovers these days.
That's
man,
funny. That's
it's
a
nuts.
phrase I brought up hair of the dog at work the other day because there was this dude that came in and he was crimson skin color.
Okay.
Yes, alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that-
Big
that-
old fat
Yeah, yeah.
wide nose.
That red leather skin.
No, I know.
Probably about 62 or so. Walks up and goes, so you guys are a liquor store here in town. How long do you think you're going to be around with all these liquor stores around? And I was just like, I don't know. I mean, it's liquor stores, people. We're in Tennessee. Like, people like biz. I think it'll be all right. We're in a good spot.
Yeah.
And he's just like, as he walks out with his 5 grape 99s. Yeah.
At 62, bro.
He's the only person that has bought the 99s since we've opened.
Yeah. That's some
And there's a
real-
good reason because we're trying to keep that demographic the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's a real issue.
But
He's got a problem.
he walks off and
You don't say.
one of the other employees walks up and goes, "Man, he just needed the hair of the dog." And I said, "Yeah, the hair of the dog that bit him 40 years ago."
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
He's drinking 5.99 grapes.
That's a practiced gentleman right there.
Yeah.
That's rough, bro.
Woof.
Yeah, when you can't function without it, it's a problem. You know what I mean? Moderation. Take control. You know?
Yeah.
It'll say no to that voice in your head. Anyway, like I was saying, we got these hot facts, man, about Abe Lincoln that you probably didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know a lot of people know a lot about Abe Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a bunch of fans. He got a bunch of fans. He's got a bunch of followers.
Well, he was a popular guy.
I mean, you know, if he was on Twitter, he'd be, going ham on that bitch. you know
He
what I mean,
did
with the
something
followers.
pretty damn cool.
You know what I
gotta
mean? He's a pretty right guy. You know what I mean? And it's also, interesting.
Wish some of you guys could see like the facial expressions that go on with some of the things that we say.
Interesting that
We'll start
I didn't
filming
know
this one day.
that I didn't know about this because, I like that president a lot for various reasons. But yeah, it's interesting that I didn't know about this shit. So if you didn't know, you're about to find out.
That's right.
So Sutherland, you know what I'm saying? Roll you one or drink one, crack one open, or keep doing your drive. Hope work is going well. Maybe take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Wash that ass. You know what I'm saying? And get these hot facts.
Yeah. So hopefully you jackasses are ready for a little American true crime history. Or more concise, just American history, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The crime part seems a little redundant to me.
Yeah, America is crime.
That's what I mean, yeah. But today's primary reference, other than them good old internets, is a weird but pretty good book by Edwin Murphy entitled After the Funeral, The Posthumous Adventures of Famous Corpses.
Ah.
Yeah.
Gangster.
Just in case, because this is like, obviously many more than just Abraham Lincoln that that are in that. So if you guys like this, then, go buy that dude's book.
I'm sure King Tut is in there.
Corpses. So stinking Lincoln.
But anyways, a little bit of back story to the guy in case somebody doesn't know all of this. Abraham, no middle name, Lincoln, was effectively capped by some dumbass actor named John Wilkes Booth on April 15th, 1865. Even though they performed an autopsy, I think even any dumbass detective could figure out the cause of the death, a bullet in the head. 7 small pieces of skull fragments were also saved, which made their way to the National Museum of Health and Medicine in D.C. and are still on display today.
Weird.
Why true crime now?
Isn't that a fun field trip idea?
Yeah, just you want to see some fragments of the skull real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, that's like Kennedy's brain. That motherfucker disappeared.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they took his brain out and they fucking,
I don't know
it
where
went somewhere.
I know that they took Einstein's brain out and fucking slivered it into like in between slide
they were
pieces.
very,
Like,
very curious as to why he was so goddamn smart. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Obviously, about half the country was pretty sad about our tallest president's death, and a really nice stovetop hat just getting totally ruined. I mean,
Yeah,
coming back.
That hat was iconic. Also, apparently he killed vampires. Crazy.
Oh, with an axe, right? Yeah.
You're talking about the documentary.
Yeah, documentary
yeah.
that came out years ago when the Lincoln movie came out. There was a documentary about his other life that dropped that same year. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway,
So a lot of tributes and memorials were held all over the country, and a lot of leaders at the time wanted him buried in a crypt beneath the Capitol. But his wife and son decided to take his corpse back to his hometown of Springfield, Illinois, due to his request of a quiet resting place, which we will learn today that he did not get.
no, obviously
Even
not.
a little bit, man. Since Congress wasn't going to get its way, they decided to hold a wake for him on a train back to Springfield, hitting any major city on the way, with his dead son, William Wallace Lincoln.
Wait, what?
So they had
They
father.
dug up his dead son.
Oh my God.
And put him in the same fucking train car for people to see.
That's fucking insane.
I know. Obviously, still in the coffin. Like, they didn't open the fucking
That
casket,
just
but
makes
still.
me go back to like Aladdin, like the original one, when he's like asking if you bring back, and I can't bring people back from dead. It's gross, and you won't like.
Yeah.
It's like we've been so morbid for so long. Anyway,
I know. We've always been fascinated with that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But his son died of typhoid during his father's presidency at the age of 12, 3 years before this went down. So you can just figure out how horrible that really
so he
is.
was well kept. You're saying?
A lot of makeup went into it.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. Hopefully, some good makeup artists.
His surviving son, Robert Todd, also tagged along with 8 other family members. His wife was too distraught or maybe disgusted by the fact that they dug up her fucking child
Also,
and
she was
put him
already
next
a
to her
little
dead
crazy.
husband.
She was already a little crazy.
Yeah, she's,
we all know that.
I've thought about doing a podcast on her because she's
It's a good idea.
pretty interesting,
She's an
to
interesting,
say the least.
interesting one for sure.
But they embarked on a 7-state journey that passed through 444 communities along the way. It took 16 days.
That's crazy, bro.
Damn, how many were they hit? They were just like boom, 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 boom. Oh, if you missed Lincoln, you missed him,
Yeah. So luckily, DC was the epicenter of this hip new embalming movement, taking these great United States by storm. See, previously, families would hold a maximum of 3-day wake to honor the deceased and then promptly put them in the ground. But soldiers lost in the Civil War took way longer to get back home for the burial. And families didn't necessarily want the added insult to injury of rotting corpses to deal with, once it gets back to them, so they can, view their son.
That's just
Or
how the
husband.
future is now. New embalming fluid.
Yeah, so enter the preservation techniques of embalming, which unfortunately is still very common practice. You have to be pretty specifically against that. If like me, for example, I'm dead fucking set on my raw natural body. After you take out whatever organs, you probably don't want any of them. But if somebody's like,
Somebody needs a kickstart.
yeah. His kidney's not horrible, like.
I mean, it can get you there.
You can drink for another 3 years.
It's like it need an oil change, but I mean, it's still running. You know what I'm talking about? Like my little brake fluid, but it can still stop.
Once they take out whatever organs they want, I want my fucking unpreserved body in just like a burlap sack and then just rolled into a hole in the ground. I hate cemeteries. I hate preservation techniques like embalming.
I always wanted a Roman warrior funeral.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Throw me out in the lake and hit me with some
like a Viking
fire
funeral?
arrows.
Yeah,
Nice,
Viking
nice.
Roman.
Yeah, Vikings, Romans, yeah. That type of shit.
I like that.
It's pretty badass.
Just gotta find somebody that can actually shoot.
Yeah. It's like out there. Get too far away.
Too far away now.
Yeah.
Somebody brings a bazooka. It's like,
Yeah.
So during the 5 days to prep for his train tour, Lincoln's embalmed body laid in state in the White House for people to view. 25,000 people came. Then a 2-hour parade that escorted the body to the Capitol building for another full day. Finally, he's taken to the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Depot, the same rail car that he used to see the troops during the war, actually. Nice. Everywhere the train went, people would stop working, remove their hats, bow their heads. When it would stop in a larger city, thousands would come to view the body. 21 days later, it ended its just so smiley, happy tour in
with
Springfield.
zombies,
Yeah. It's pretty, like, what? Like, they just got this motherfucker just chilling for days.
Yeah, there's actually some photographs, not a lot, of course, because of the time period, but there are some photographs of people like basically lining up next to the train tracks as it would go by, and they're just holding their hats to their chest and everything like that. It's pretty crazy, honestly.
It's pretty nuts. And honestly, it's nuts that communication was that great back then.
Yeah. So the leaders of Springfield wanted him buried in the center of the city. Mary wanted him buried in a normal cemetery at the edge of town. He was placed in a temporary vault until an agreement could be made and a proper mausoleum could be constructed. In December of 1865, so 6 months later, they moved his body again to another vault while they were building the National Lincoln Monument, which took 9 years.
holy fuck!
All right, so
What the?
He gets shot. They embalm him. They put him on a train. They put him in a vault. They pull him from that vault in order for them to build another vault, basically. And then the Lincoln Memorial took 9 years. But that's, not necessarily, it's not like the casket's just sitting there for 9 years, but it just.
Yeah, it's just insane. Like, bro, just bury the homie and just build a monument. Like, just bury the homie, get it over with. Anyway.
In 1871, he had to be moved again to another temporary vault and a coffin swap while they were at it.
I bet that was fun and smelled great.
So it's especially with high-profile corpses like this, it's like legally required for you to the body has to be re-identified every time. Because I guess body swapping was like a thing. I don't fucking know.
No, that's crazy.
So anytime the coffin lid gets opened, someone has to be there to verify that, yes, that is
still
Abraham Lincoln. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody took the body.
Yeah.
And there wasn't very good forensics back then anyway. So.
Yeah. So the Lincoln Memorial is finally done. They take him in his shiny new iron coffin there, and the coffin is too big for the sarcophagus at the memorial. So they moved his body to another coffin, which of course meant that he had to be identified again. On October 15th of 1874, President Grant officially dedicated the Lincoln Memorial, and his body was finally laid to rest. And it took us twice as long as the Civil War.
Oh my God.
For his body to finally stop being shuffled around.
The irony of that is baffling.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
So now we got a new character entering the scene. Big Jim Kennelly, or Kennelly. I can never remember, actually. I think we'll go with Kennelly because it sounds...
Oh, Jimmy K?
Yeah.
I know Big Jimmy K.
All right, so old Big Jim K. He was one of the most successful counterfeiters in the country, thanks to his master engraver, who was recently arrested. Plates were confiscated in prison, and he was in prison for 10 years. Big Jim could have put out a wanted ad for a new engraver, but he had bigger plans. See, this guy's plays were so good that the U.S. Mint had to pull all $5 bills from circulation
Oh shit.
and change the design on them.
Damn.
Yeah.
My guy was really out here, bro.
Yeah.
Oof.
So
The crimes you
clearly,
can get away with back then.
Big Jim wanted this guy back. So he got the idea for his master plan in 1865 when he heard a rumor of someone trying to steal Lincoln's body for political reasons.
I insert Nicolas Cage movie, bro, dog.
Right?
I gotta call my boy up, man. I gotta get in contact
And
with
call
him.
his red phone, man.
Yeah, at one point I was like 4 people removed from him. At one point in life, hit my boy up.
So Big Jim thought it'd be a good idea to steal the body as ransom, along with $200,000, which is approximately about $5.5 million today.
Damn.
Mm.
Damn.
So
What?
here's the plan, guys.
Oh. Damn, that's a lick. 5 mil? 5.5 mil for a dead body?
Yeah.
You didn't even get, like, question my morals.
I know, right? Right now,
I'll
where
dig a
I'm at-
motherfucker up for 5 mil, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Honestly.
Cool?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sorry,
Anyway.
but I really would.
Yeah. Let's go.
Without a doubt, bro. Without a fucking doubt.
So you guys want to hear this master ingenious plan?
Uh-huh.
Send 5 guys to Springfield to open a pub as a front, steal the body on July 3rd, 1886, and hide it in the beer cellar of the pub.
So 5 Guys started as a pub?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. In 18,
A thieving pub at that.
That's nuts. Anyway,
The pub's the front. Don't worry about the pub.
that's wild.
But I'm thinking about that, like, you have to run a fucking
Yeah,
pub
you have to
now.
like, in a time,
Go away.
in a time where people like woke up and drank alcohol for like it's like coffee type shit.
Yeah.
like people were drinking back then
All day.
bro. Like you can't just open a pub casually.
Yeah.
like that's a big ass thing. You know. Anyway, that's fucking insane.
But he was so proud of his mental prowess that he bragged about it to a brothel owner who then tells the sheriff.
Wow.
These 5 guys had to go on a lam.
And shouts out to the ladies at brothels for keeping the justice. You know what I'm saying?
But Big Jim, he tries again. So he goes back to Chicago and recruits 2 other men and comes up with the new plan of stealing Lincoln's body on election night, November 6th, 1886. The thinking here is that the whole town would be distracted by voting and polling results, and they could also be one of the many wagons that are traveling to and from to go vote. Then they were going to take it 200 miles away and hide it under some sand dunes so their tracks could be hidden.
Oh my god.
Also probably hiding the burial site from their own dumbasses.
Yeah. Are you gonna mark it? I mean, anyway.
Yeah, but this genius plan gets leaked as well. The Secret Service catches wind of this and plants a mole in Big Jim's gang. The mole they got was an informant and an ex-grave robber who stole bodies to sell to medical schools.
It was a very profitable business back then.
So thanks to the mole, the Secret Service now knows the details of this plan and wants to catch them in the act and get them on burglary charges. So Kennelly's small gang and the mole are on a train leaving Chicago, headed to Springfield, and then the train car behind them are full of Secret Service detectives and Pinkerton agents.
Damn.
Which was like the
so
Chicago,
That's basically like Secret Service and the fucking FBI. Because yeah, pretty much.
Again, I would love this movie.
I went
tell
to
you,
a
bro.
bar the other
Dog.
day and it was called like Lincoln's Folly, and I don't know.
Crazy, bro. Now, Nick Cage needs to play Big Jim, bro. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it. National Treasure type shit. Anyway,
So on a
guy can dream, yeah.
very dark election night, these men all hide near Lincoln's memorial and wait for Kennelly and his men to steal the body. The mole was supposed to signal the agents when they arrived for their little body snatching, but he couldn't get away from the other gang members to do so. They actually get all the way to dragging the coffin out of the sarcophagus before the mole can break away by saying that he was going to go get the wagon for him. So the mole gets the agents. The guys stealing Lincoln's body get impatient while waiting for the guy to show up with the wagon. One of the cops, I think, was startled by seeing the gang outside and fired his gun. Everybody scatters. The lawmen are running around this pitch black cemetery looking for the two thieves, but keep running into and shooting at each other instead.
Wow. On some Scooby-Doo type shit.
Dude, the papers had a fucking field day with this.
Of course.
The whole thing was so ridiculous and poorly managed that one Chicago newspaper claimed it was a hoax for political reasons based on the timing of everything. They were like, there's no way that these are legitimate police officers going for legitimate criminals. You know, like
it's not adding up, bro. This is just some wild shit.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you two pesky grave robbers.
Fucking wild, bro.
I was just thinking like Benny Hill, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like,
right.
you know, it's like, pow, pow. Who's that? It's me, damn it, you know?
Friendly fire looking ass. Damn.
They did actually catch the guys, and they were in prison for a year based on the mole's testimony, which they could have done all along because the mole just gave a testimony.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't need to do this fucking
whole
ridiculous sting operation
Yeah.
at all, really.
Yeah.
Like, because
It's really a waste
that
of
was
money.
conspiracy, really.
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
point, you know. Kennelly got away with it somehow, but then he was arrested 4 years later for counterfeiting.
Damn, he finally got caught with the plates, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
On November 13th, 1876, tomb custodian John Carroll Power and a group of trusted confidants moved the coffin from its room to a secret location in the basement of the tomb. Finding the ground waterlogged, they temporarily set the tomb on the ground and disguised it under a wood pile.
Wow. What in the cartoon shit is happening here, bro?
Yeah.
Moving the coffin proved difficult. It weighed 400 to 500 pounds.
Yeah.
And Power, the custodian, and the members of the Monument Association were mostly in their 60s. The youngest person in that group was 56 years old, trying to move this 400 to 500 pound coffin.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's a light workout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And none to it.
But at least they were relieved to find that the seals on the coffin were intact and that Lincoln's remains had not been disturbed.
At least. Yeah, fucking, it's been all through some more shit.
The following July, Kennelly or some other members of the conspiracy asked Power to bury the coffin. He said that the unventilated basement was almost impossible to enter in the summer weather, and also moving the heavy coffin had been brutally hard on him and the other aging Monument Association members. Power, who had recently celebrated his 70th birthday, said that he suffered from crippling pain for months afterwards and had no desire to do it again.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So the coffin therefore sat in the basement for another year.
They
Oh, my
just
God.
said, fuck it.
Yeah.
They said, we're just going to leave it there then. We can't call, I don't know, anybody the fuck else. Yeah,
Anybody 30 years younger.
exactly.
So basically, like,
Where's the military?
they move it, they hide it under a wood pile. They can't move it again because they're too damn old. Somebody else, it's probably Kennelly, they think, but they're not positive, wrote them like a letter, basically being like, we suggest you burying this because we're going to basically come after it again.
No, we're going to come get it. Just
And
giving
they
you a
were
heads
just
up. Giving
too
you a head
old
start.
and
Possession-
sore, and they were
possession
just like,
9/10 of
fuck
law.
it. I guess,
right.
I think the plan was like, by sending that letter, it was going to get them to
It'd be
move
open.
it, so they
Yeah.
knew where it was going to be.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it was more of a vulnerable in that
Criminal
situation.
minds.
Yeah. But finally, a group of men in their 30s were hired to move the coffin, and on November 18th, 1878, the coffin was moved and reburied in a shallow grave on the far end of the labyrinth of this whole mausoleum.
Yeah, why is everybody so incompetent in this story?
It is
It's
amazing.
insane.
So after receiving anonymous threats in the mail, the coffin was dug up 2 days later to make sure it was still there.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, it's a shallow
Jesus.
grave. Won't take as much work. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
But we got to check it every 2 days.
What the fuck? Just, dig it up again. Make sure it's cool.
In 1880, Power and his associates formed the Lincoln Guard of Honor to serve as the custodians of Lincoln's remains. Other than its members, only Robert Todd Lincoln knew of this organization. So there was a secret guard
Wow.
assigned to making sure nobody tries to steal his body.
Also, power.
Taxpayers' dollars, right?
Also, power at this time is what, like fucking 72, 75?
Yeah,
Years
yeah.
to keep
Yeah.
passing by. It's
Yeah.
motherfucking-
Yeah.
Shouts out his longevity in fucking 1800s. Jesus.
In 1882, after Mary Todd Lincoln died, Robert instructed the Guard of Honor to bury his mother's coffin wherever they kept his father's. So both coffins remained in the basement until 1887, when they were encased in a brick vault, at which time Lincoln's coffin was opened to verify his remains were still there.
Bro.
Jesus.
Bro. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
The original tomb, built on unsuitable soil, was in constant need of repair. In 1900, a complete reconstruction was undertaken. Lincoln's remains were exhumed, and the coffin was placed back in the white marble sarcophagus. On April 25th, 1901, upon completion of the construction, Robert Todd Lincoln visited the tomb. He was unhappy with the disposition of his father's remains and decided it was necessary to build a permanent crypt for his father. Lincoln's coffin would be placed in a steel cage 10 feet deep and encased in concrete in the floor of the tomb.
Jesus. Christ almighty.
On September 26, 1901, Lincoln's body was exhumed so they could be reinterred in the newly built crypt. However, several of the 23 people present feared that his body might have been stolen in the intervening years, so they decided to open the coffin and check again.
No. No.
That's so ridiculous, bro. That's so ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
A harsh, choking smell arose when the casket was opened. Lincoln was perfectly recognizable more than 30 years after his death. His face was a gold color from unhealed bruises, a result of contrecoup, which is the injury on the opposite side of the head from the point of impact or whatever. So because of the way he got shot, he bruised crazy like bruising in his face. That was caused by the gunshot, which that shattered the bones in his face and damaged the tissue. But his hair, beard, and mole were all perfectly preserved, although his eyebrows were gone. His suit was covered with a yellow mold, and his gloves had rotted on his hands. On his chest, they could see some bits of red fabric, which is remnants of the American flag, which he was buried with, and had disintegrated by that point. Yeah,
See how long that held up.
Right.
That's insane.
A second major reconstruction of the tomb was undertaken in 1930 through 1931. Much deterioration had occurred due to poor construction during that reconstruction. During the second reconstruction, though, the entrance of the tomb was reconfigured to better accommodate visitors, and the original white marble sarcophagus was replaced with red granite, with the red granite marker in front of the place where Lincoln is interred. Souvenir hunters destroyed the original sarcophagus, which was placed outside of the tomb during this time.
Wow.
The tomb was rededicated with President Herbert Hoover as the main speaker on June 17th, 1931.
Holy shit.
That is, man, this story is crazy.
Well,
bro.
I mean, I guess they didn't see, science didn't tell them that opening up every 2 years is not going to do good for preservation of the body.
No.
Even with embalmment.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly was surprised, like, of them talking about, how his, like, hair and beard and mole, like the mole even is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, it's insane.
That was still noticeable.
Oh, it was full of them chemicals.
Yeah.
They overdid it a little bit, it sounds like to me.
For you. Well, I mean, honestly, maybe it was good because Lincoln's coffin had been moved 17 times.
Jesus.
And opened at least 5 times.
That's insane. I don't know. As I say, a lot of fans, a lot of fanatics. Like, that shit ran deep. And the fact that it carried for that long, and they still that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Dude's just been dead for 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In 1989, a college professor proposed testing to see if Lincoln had Marfan's syndrome. It was due to his height and his lankiness.
Yeah.
It was something
Slenderman.
Yeah. But so he needed to collect some of Lincoln's genetic material to find out. So he asked about the skull fragments at the museum. An ethics panel was convened, and he was approved. But a year later, a different panel recommended a delay for more to be learned about Marfan's syndrome before he tests those fragments. The media attention this got led to hundreds of people calling and writing to say that they owned pieces of Abraham Lincoln.
What the fuck, bro?
Since he was moved, opened, and viewed so many times by so many people, a lot of people think that they inherited
Just took a
pieces
chunk.
of
A little chunk
Lincoln.
of him.
Yeah, basically, I
Like a
guess
tuft of
especially
hair.
in that area,
Yeah.
it was kind of a thing. Or it's like, oh yeah, my great grandpa has a piece of Lincoln, and he left it to me in his will. You
That's
know
back
what I
when
mean?
they were doing like hair wreaths and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah,
That's
that makes
fucking,
sense.
bro. That is so insane.
Yeah.
That's like,
Look, if you believe in, so like, I think one of the big things of Christians, and this somebody knows better than I do, please let me know, but one of the important things is to not fuck with the body.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
for
it's
the
a sacred
sake
situation.
of the spirit.
That's
to be
pretty
able
much
to
every
get
religion.
into-
Yeah.
It is, yeah. And so if you're thinking about that, like, someone who we like revere, respect so much, that reunited this country, that ended slavery.
Yeah.
If all that's real, if you know what a lot of those people tend to believe, how fucking horrible
Yeah.
is
It's
that
sacrilege.
for Lincoln's soul?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Sacrilegious.
Yeah.
That's insane. Bro. I keep
I can
saying
only-
that, but bro, like wrapping my head around just like being that enamored with just a dead dude. Like he did a lot of dope shit, but I mean, like, bro, like he's gone. Like let the shit lie, my boy. Like,
Yeah.
what do we
1,000%.
own right now? Like,
It was the first Swifties.
yeah.
I mean,
Jesus.
it's kind of.
You know?
Bro.
Like, what the fuck?
It's like, you know, not even like in the times of like massive tombs being built for pharaohs. They didn't even do shit like that.
Well, maybe that's the
They
reason why
gave
they were
them
like,
shit. They
yeah,
gave them shit and left them the fuck alone.
there's like a
Right.
curse on this tomb, so if you open this up, you're fucked. That's
Yeah.
probably why they didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
Facts.
these like people that were probably like vehemently opposed to him, they probably weren't supporters that are keeping these pieces of Lincoln. They're probably just like sitting down in like, you know, Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia at some point, send them all to their families. Like, I told you the South shall rise again.
I got a piece of that fucker in the basement.
I got a piece of this thing. Looks like something off of Jeepers Creepers. You know,
That's fucking wild. And how did they? Well, of course, they're probably not reporting it because they're all fucking still in a piece of his hair or some shit. But it's like they opened it up 5 fucking times. Somebody had to seize it. Some of his shit was missing.
yeah.
If it was truly missing,
Right.
you know, you just open it up, just crack it open. It's like, yep, that's him. Or you do look at the whole fucking
They
body.
pull the garments down. It's like little like checkers pieces taken off.
Yeah, bro. Just chunked him out, bro.
And then you get this square.
I just love that shit so much.
Carving up a Christmas ham out here.
For it to be, it's just part of so many different people's families' lore, you know, is that they have some of Abraham Lincoln's body, you know, and it's people found out that this guy wanted to test his skull fragments, and they're like, leave him there until we learn more about Martha's. So
Actually,
they were like,
I got you.
So they're just sending letters being like, oh, I've got some if you need some.
Yeah, you need a little piece. I got a little piece. You can get a little piece of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. I seen a little piece of the piece I got. Test that out.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
waiting
'Cause I
till-
want to know too if he was healthy when he was alive.
Yeah,
You know?
starting some kind of other. Yeah,
Bro, that is, oh man. What a
that's
piece
where
of history.
COVID came from. No,
What a fucking piece of history, bro. Also, that fucking dumbasses that built the shit in 1901 or 1900 obviously fucked it up enough for it had to be rebuilt 30 years later.
Twice, yeah.
That's
They had
insane.
to reconstruct it twice.
That's insane.
I know.
Like you're,
Talk about lowest bidding contractor there.
yeah, yeah.
concrete.
It's like, bro, you literally, yeah.
There's concrete.
Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, that's an interesting story.
It's out there with that ready
I learned
mix.
something today. Yeah. Went down to the general store, got a couple bags of this 50-pounder. We're gonna get it right. We'll get it right. Goddamn it.
If not, we got 40-year-old dry-aged Lincoln over here. So soon as Vanderbilt wins the national championship, we gonna have some good steaks. Oh,
That shit is wild. Anyway, yeah, hot facts, man. I didn't know that shit.
yeah, that's
You know
nuts.
what I mean?
That's nuts.
That's fucking insane. The fact that he did a fucking like state to state tour posthumous
Yeah, that's nuts.
is insane.
Yeah.
in itself.
nuts.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's pronounced hummus, by the way.
hummus,
Yeah.
hubris.
Hummus. Post
But
Thomas.
$5.5 million for dug up dead body though. I'm just saying, bro. Morally speaking,
Give me a hand trowel. I'll be good.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. 5.5 to dig somebody up. Sorry about the family, but I've seen y'all a little mill. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Go invest in some properties.
I'm pretty sure you're all dead now.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. But yeah, man, hot facts, man. Hot facts. How we feeling? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's short and sweet.
Short and sweet, to the point with these hot facts. Anyway, yeah, man, don't hesitate to hit that like button or that 5-star or give us that review or subscribe anywhere you can. Friends, Facts, and Fiction. We're everywhere. Emails sometime. Friends, facts, fiction @gmail.com. But yeah, man, Abe Lincoln's Ransom. Shit is nuts. 5.5 million for the man in the tall hat.
Or we could call it Pieces of Lincoln.
Pieces of Lincoln. Damn.
Spelled PEACE. What? That makes zero sense. True.
Oh, God.
I mean, I actually, I'm thinking about it. So I've already decided probably my next episode that we'll do is going to be a guy named Boston Corbett. He's the guy that killed John Wilkes Booth. Fucking.
Oh, he's a crazy
That
crazy
dude is
fucker.
Crazy as hell.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that one.
Mad as a hatter,
give
I
too
would
much
say.
too much away. Yeah, he is a mad as a hatter. Yeah, hold on to that little piece of information. But yeah, man, I'm Justin Hammonds. I'm saying love life because it's worth living, y'all.
I was just saying that what I'm saying is be kind of one another.
And make a difference.
There you go. Bang bang.
Grant Bramlett here. Never liked all y'all. Always loved all y'all.
There it is.
All y'all.
Straight out the South with it. All y'all. All y'all. It ain't you all. It's all y'all.
I mean, my great grandpappy's got some Lincoln's body
these
somewhere.
guys. Oh my Lord.
Also got some Cherokee in me too.
All right. Well,
When did that happen?
It was a magical evening. I really
okay, I was
enjoyed
about to.
Ooh. Under the starlight, you don't say.
it. I just I like that. Just
A little drop top teepee.
that stupid Southern shit. I just
Yeah.
Now we can add the fact that someone's got some Lincoln.
Got some Lincoln in them. Yeah. Hey,
Got
man,
some
who
Lincoln
knows?
in a jar somewhere.
Hey, it could be every
Lincoln in the gyro.
pieces of his suit, They've been sewn into Lincoln vehicles this whole time.
Oh, nice.
Conspiracy I just started. Hope it catches. Anyway, this has been an episode. Jesus Christ. It's been an episode of Friends, Facts, and Fiction. And we out.
Actually, I just looked it up, and the last resting place of Lincoln is under Lincoln Logs. They did cover it in concrete, though.
Nice.
Damn. We should probably end this, but the pile of wood they hit it under for a little while, maybe that's why they called them Lincoln Logs.
Wow. Jesus Christ. All right. Outro again. It's been an episode of a podcast called Friends, Facts, and Fiction. We out.
Thanks for listening and stay tuned for the next installment. Find us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on all things Friends, Facts, and Fiction. Our Instagram handle is friends_facts_fiction. As always, please reach out to us. You can send any of your questions, praise, and fact-checking to friends_facts_fiction@gmail.com. It's important to us to only propagate the truth, and we'll correct any errors we may have made. Your hosts and researchers are Justin Hammonds, Grant Bramlett, and Drew Shellnut. Our episodes are produced by Grant Bramlett. Additional producership provided by Grace Higgs. Our recording engineer is Grant Bramlett. Lighting design is provided by Justin Hammonds. This has been a production of Friends, Facts, and Fiction.
Get the fuck off that stage because we are not liable for your injuries. Fuck that.